Hey, what's up, guys? Adam here from Local Boss, and I have a very special guest with me right now on this call. His name's Ace, and he's a student of the program. And hey, first of all, hey, Ace, thank
Yeah,
you so
yeah.
much for taking the time to do this.
Of course, man. I'm thrilled, honored. I love it. It's awesome.
Awesome. Hey, how long have you been in the program for?
5 weeks now, just a little under 5 weeks. So
Woo!
it's been
Wow.
going.
Okay.
Yeah,
So I'm excited to speak with you because in our group, all I keep seeing is you letting us know that you keep landing clients. So it's just client, 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 client. I was like, okay, I gotta get Ace on a call here and find out what he's doing over there because I've just seen a lot of clients in a very short amount of time. You closing. So I thought it'd be good to get you on, my man. So I guess before we
yeah,
dive into like the results you're getting and stuff, what's your background? Like, what were you doing before Local Boss?
man. I was with anything digital. I was doing a lot. I started out when I was about 16, 17. Started with a heavy video background. So I had started at first like with video and audio and whatnot. And I ended up moving on to and still doing that, and then graphic design and web design for years. And in the midst of that, I was actually working at a large mortgage firm and did sales there, uh, on calls, and then Comcast door to door. So the sales portion of like my career really helped like instill a lot of things like to make things a little bit easier, right? And then I got into marketing maybe about 3 or 4 years ago. Slowly but surely, I started to dabble into it and include some marketing with some graphic and web design. And over the last year or two, I just, you start to struggle and you're like, man, there's got to be a way. There's something that I'm not doing that these agencies are doing. And that's when a month or two ago, that's when I got introduced to your system, man. And I felt, not to sound funny, but I felt like I already had all the tangibles. I just needed a roadmap. I needed somebody to be like, hey, 1, 2, 3, XYZ. That's it, and that's what this program was doing for me.
Awesome, man. So, do you have a full-time job right now currently?
No, I was doing graphic design, and that was going okay. It was barely paying the bills, and actually, I was in the midst of that just to pay for personals. I was like doing Uber and Lyft and whatnot, and I completely stopped that like immediately. Like after this last month, I just
Oh
took
wow! So you
the
literally you quit the Uber and Lyft stuff. Literally.
yes.
Oh wow! Awesome.
Yeah. I saw the potential so quickly that I was like, okay, well, I have X amount of time here to be able to work on this and really, really dive into your system, right? And not some. I mean, it was kind of ballsy or whatever, but at the same time, I just I was done. Like I don't want to live a mediocre life, man. And I just dove in it like full force. Didn't sleep for 4 or 5 days. Made my website. Just started from scratch. And from there, I just started doing everything you said, literally step by step, like blindly. Like just didn't think twice about it, didn't overthink it, and that's when I just started. And I was like, you know what? I got those first two clients. I just ripped my lift sticker off my car. I was like, never again. I'm gonna just keep doing this. So, so it really helped, man. It really did.
That's awesome, man. So those stickers are in the trash now. They're gone.
Yeah, pretty much. Pretty much. Yeah, I was like, you know what, and not again, not something funny, but it was like at that point, I was like, now that I'm kind of where I want to be, at least at month to month, I can see myself and see what this, what the future is going to hold for this. And I just felt like there was so much potential that I ended up, I just ended up stopping it, and I was like, to hell with this. Like this is amazing. Like this is a serious opportunity. I do not want to, let down on this. And it's paid off. It's paid off. It's been awesome. So it's like you go from, and I was talking to Josh, right? So originally in our initial phone call, And I'm sitting here wondering how I'm going to afford the system, right? And I just took that leap. I was like, let me do it now before I, change my mind or whatever. And I went from wondering how I'm going to be paying these bills to now, I mean, potentially from what I'm looking at right now, that's a 6-figure income. So I went from like in 30 days, I'm a 6-figure dude now. You know what I mean? And it's just unreal. Like, I can't believe it.
Wow. Congrats, man. And
Thanks, man.
yeah, that's amazing. Wow.
Listen, dude, you really, and I know a lot of people talk, and we're on we're on the cameras and everything, but you seriously changed my life.
Wow.
I need you to know that, and I appreciate you so much for everything that you've put out here so far.
Wow. Thank you, man. And you did the work, you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah, man.
it's I can give the blueprint and say what to do, but you got to follow through and do it, and you have done, which is amazing, really.
Thanks, man.
So how did you kind of find out about Local Boss? When did you first become aware of it?
I think it was through it was funny if it was through a Facebook ad, I think. And I think I was doing a little bit of research in building my agency. So and you know how you get the agencies going through your timeline, Facebook and stuff. So I'd click here and I'd click there, and just try to see what kind of opportunities there were. So when I ended up going into your webinar, I was like, okay, this is completely different. He's like literally laying out a roadmap for me. So and I said, you know what, let me just go ahead and set something up here and find out more. And that's when I spoke with Josh, and I was like, okay, cool. This is game on now. Like, this is like, it's like remember the game Genie?
Yeah.
Remember the game Genie for Nintendo? You feel like that. Like, you stick it in, boom, you put in the code, and you're ready to go. And that's how I felt, and I haven't looked back. So.
God, the Game Genie. Wow, that was awesome.
You got like the game Genie of all sales systems.
Yeah, man. No, wow. I guess only certain people know what that is. You can either be too old or too young.
You probably got half an audience like, what? What's he talking about?
Yeah, yeah. The Game Genie. Oh my God, that's been a long time since I've put in some codes in that thing.
Yeah.
That's awesome. So when you what were kind of your hesitations then, or did you have any doubts when you joined? Obviously, you mentioned the money, the investment. I'm assuming that played a part to some degree. But anything else kind of went through your mind?
No, I mean, I was ready to jump into a system. And I mean, besides price, it was really, I think it was that roadmap, that was my concern, was like, and I kept asking, like, Josh on the phone, like, hey, listen, is this going to, am I going to be able to get like templates with this? Is this going to allow me to just kind of fill in the blanks as far as the actual work is concerned? And I'm sure, as it's like muscle memory. Once you start doing that and working off the template, then it becomes an art, and you start to change things and do things how you need. So that was like the most important thing. That was my hesitation, was because I got burned before. I had done 2 other programs where it was like theory, like, okay, theoretically you do this, that. That's great. That's all great and well, but why can't you just tell me, like, how? Just say the words and I got it, and I never got that out of any system. And that's where you just laid it out in the easiest way, in the easiest terms. And that's what churned me, was the fact that my hesitation was in having somebody just show me a real tangible roadmap, so to speak. So.
Wow, that's awesome, man. I
Yeah.
still can't believe you've only been in the program 5 weeks. It's crazy. So let's talk about those results then, what you've done in the 5 weeks. So walk me through that. How many clients have you landed, like cash collected so far?
Cash collected are 4.
Yeah.
I wrote some of this down. I just want to make sure I was doing the right thing here. So cash right now, it's like I have 4 right now. And on those, I've already done a little over 12,000.
Nice.
Okay. And a person I just spoke to today, I just sent over that agreement. That's done. It's just, I'm waiting for him to pay. That will put me at, with those with him, that'll put me like just over 15.5, 15.7. Yeah.
Wow. That's a lot of
Yeah.
Uber
Yeah.
rides, huh?
What's that?
It's a lot of Uber rides and Lyft
Yeah, it is.
rides.
Oh, hell yeah. I'll tell you what. I think and the funny thing is, like, the take home with this too, and really following your Facebook targeting, and being smart with your ad spend. The funny thing is, I had been doing Uber and Lyft probably a matter of like 6, 7, maybe no, about 5 months. And I think, even just during that time doing it part-time, I've made more in those 5 months of Ubering people around 6 days, 5 days a week, um, you know, uh, than in this last 30 days. Like, this last 30 days, I made more doing this than I had pulled from Uber.
That's
So it's
crazy.
ridiculous. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
And the reason why is because of what you're offering, the value you're offering. Like as an Uber or Lyft driver, the skill level to do that is very low. So there's lots of supply.
Yeah.
So there's loads of people. It's kind of like if you're going to mow a lawn, you can get loads of people to do it. With an Uber driver, it's like you just need a car and be able to drive. Anyone can do that, right? On
Right.
on, on most things. So, but if you look how many people can drive a car and do Uber versus how many people can generate leads for a business, big
Right.
difference. And
Yeah,
that's
yeah.
why you get paid more for the skill set and the skill level. And so that's what it's really about. It's, if you want to make more money, it isn't about working harder. It's working smarter in most instances. And you've got to stop trading time for money, like dollar for dollar, hour for hour. It's got to be leverageable, and it's got to be, value based and result based. And that's why you can do, 15,000 a month recurring in business deals or whatever it is, in 30 days, because you have the skill set now to be able to do that.
Yeah.
And plus for you obviously have a sales background.
Yeah.
So anyone with a sales background coming into this is just like, whew, it's
It's
just,
crazy.
it's
It's crazy.
crazy. It's
You know.
crazy. So
Um.
in the program, like, there's two main things I teach is how to sell and then how to deliver when you sell. With yourself, you're already coming in with a lot of sales background. So just giving you those scripts and giving you the positioning and then teaching you how to deliver, that's why you've just gone bang. And it's,
Yeah. Yeah. And that's exactly what it was. If there was like one small bit of advice in that regards, like, anybody like listening to it, I would say, like, the people that already know, technical, kind of quote unquote, know what they're doing already and are familiar with the space. Don't overthink it. And that's why I think a lot of people tend to do is overthink it and try to blend. I just literally did a start from scratch and followed you blindly as if I've never touched Facebook advertisements before in my life. And I think that was a key to it. Was just, being consciously unaware, of what's going on, and just allowing you to just walk me through the system.
that's awesome, man. And a lot of people struggle to let go of that. And I see people who question this, people who come to the program, they question every single step, think that they know better or whatever. And I'm like, cool, that's fine. I always want people to add their own flair and improve, but at the same time, don't deviate and make it more complicated than it is. And you are just testament to that. You have followed the system step by step. You left the ego at the door, and it shows, it
Thank you.
shows
Yeah. Yeah.
in your
And it's
results.
amazing. It's amazing.
Congrats, man. I really appreciate, you coming on and sharing this. Have you got a family or anything like?
Yeah, yeah. We got I got two little devils, and we got a third on the way. One's cooking in the oven right now.
Oh, wow.
It's gonna be due August of this year. So it's like we're gonna have, three kids, and
Wow.
it's amazing. It's been cool. Now it feels like, look, when a guy, at a certain point in their life, they just want to be happy and content, like, and being able to say, hey, my name's Ace, and this is what I do, and I'm good at it, right? Every guy, for family man, that's what they want. They want to be able to just be able to say, hey, this is what I do, and this is how I put food on the table for my family. And that's what's happening right now. That's what's happening right now. So
Yeah, plenty
yeah,
of
yeah.
plenty of money for diapers right now, right?
Oh my God.
Should be
Yeah,
good.
yeah. So it's pretty cool. And then, the expenses of having to eventually, move too, and once I started to see the seriousness of the system, like I'm sure like putting up like some type of goal board or it's like a dream board or something, and you start looking at pictures and you start visualizing things, like that goes a lot deeper than what we're talking about, but like that's so important. Like I literally start to like I start to go on like Truly and stuff like that. Start looking at homes in like California, because that's I was raised half my life out there, so I want to go back out to live out there. So you start looking at these things, you start visualizing it, and it's just motivating me even more. So it's been awesome.
That's awesome. Yeah, you got to keep dreaming big, because people get complacent. People start making 15 grand a month, and they're like, take their foot off the gas. So definitely, man, you have those big dreams and keep pushing. You'll just be 150,000 a month. And you got to keep going.
Can't wait. Hopefully soon.
Hey, if you keep going like you're going, it won't be long, right? Gee whiz. Huh?
Right.
That's awesome, man. And I really appreciate you taking the time to do this. And before we go, a question I ask everyone is, what would you say to someone who's on the fence about joining the program?
Just do it, man. Leap. We all have our, fears and our holdbacks. And at the end of the day, I mean, if you go to try to get into any business, you need hundreds of thousands to open a restaurant. You need, at least tens of thousands to open some type of office. Why wouldn't you spend a few $1,000s to learn a life skill that you could take with you and apply with you down the road? I mean, it doesn't just stop at one or two niches. This is something you're teaching people how to fish. You're not giving anybody any fishes. And that's what I was sick of, before. Like people would give me the fish, the theory, but you're teaching me how to fish. And it's something that sticks with you for life. And I would tell people that are on the fence, don't even think twice about this. Do it.
Awesome. Great advice. And I can wholeheartedly stand by that advice.
For sure.
Good stuff. Hey, good stuff, man. Honestly, I'm really proud of you, genuinely proud of you. And you're a superstar. And I can't wait to see what the next 30, 60, 90, 120 days brings. 2 years, 5 years, 10 years brings you. Because I think you're off to such a great start. It's, man, just keep plugging away, keep pushing. And you're just going to keep growing, man. It's a beautiful thing to watch too.
I appreciate it. I couldn't, thank you anymore, man. I couldn't thank you anymore. It's amazing, man.
Hey, thank you so much, Ace, my man. And we actually have a coaching call to hop on in about 30 minutes too. So look forward to sharing some stuff on there.
Heck yeah, man. That sounds good.
Hey, thank you so much, brother. Appreciate it.
You're welcome, man. Thank you.
Congrats. Thank you.